Everyone. For maths this week, we're going to be focusing on the multiplication strategies. We're moving away from multiplication algorithms and just looking purely at different strategies every day to help you solve double-digit by single-digit numbers. Today, as you can read here, it says Year 4, I can multiply two-digit by one-digit numbers using known multiplication facts, or multiplying the tens and then the units. So basically here, when we say known, things that we understand already. Here we've got a question. For example, we know that 10 times 9 is 90. So if we have a question like 13 times 9, we can automatically see or solve that 9 by the 10 is 90, plus the 9 repeated addition, because it is 3 times 9, 9 plus 9 plus 9, or you could do 3 multiplied by 9 is 27. When we've got this, we then go to the next step, and remember to always show your working out like I have. You would do 90 plus 27 and it would equal 117. So here, it's an example of how we can use what we know to solve a different or more difficult double-digit by single-digit multiplication question. Okay guys, now we're going to practice together. Here we've got our first multiplication question. 13 times by 8. We could do our formal algorithm, but remember we are going to be doing our strategies. So we're going to use our known fact that we know 10 times by 8 is 80. Now I'm using my finger to write these, so ignore the horrible handwriting. Then we've done the 10 by the 8. Now we are doing 8 multiplied by the 3, which equals 24. And of course, we've got to add these two answers together. So 80 plus 24 equals 104. So as you can see, I've used my known fact to solve this multiplication question. You would be doing the same, and you will have to show your working out. Now 5 multiplied, or the product of 5 and 16. Here, our known fact, if we break down 16, would be 10. 10 from 16, 10 multiplied by the 5. We know that this is 50. Then we would multiply the 6 by the 5, which will give us 30. Again, adding the two numbers together, got 50 plus 30 equals 80. There we go. So again, just a reminder that our strategy is to use our known fact. We use that here with 15 multiplied by 4. We know that the 10 multiplied by 4 would equal 40. Then we would go to the units column. 5 multiplied by the 4 would equal 20. Together, 40 along with 20, 40 plus 20 equals 60. So now we can see that 13 multiplied by 8 is 104. 5 multiplied by 6 would equal 80, and 15 multiplied by 4 equals 60. You are now going to go to the next slide, and the second slide after that is optional. You're going to solve the multiplication sums, but remember that you must show your working out and use the strategy of the day. Good luck, and let me know if you need any help. Hi guys, today we're going to be focusing on the strategy of using the area model. Let's look at our learning goal. For Year 4, I can solve 2-digit by 1-digit multiplication by multiplying using the area model. A few of you might remember this when we did it last year with the other Year 4s. Here is an example question that we're going to go through together. We've got 27 multiplied by 8. Just like in area, we've got a shape here. We're going to be using the rectangle as our main shape. The length will have the double-digit number, and it will, as you can see, the rectangle is split into two, so is our double-digit number. We've got our tens and our units. With the height, we've got 8, our single digit. This is the number we're going to mainly multiply with. Got 8 multiplied by the 20. We know 2 times 8 is 16. Add the 0. So together it would make 160. 8 multiplied by the 7 would equal 56. You put your answer into your rectangles. Once you've done this, you know we need to see the total. To get the total, we know total would equal or mean the same as being plus. So we have 160 plus 56, and it will equal 216. Now we're going to have a go at practicing the area model together. Our first question is 23 multiplied by 3. We would have 3 over here and 23 split into tens and units. The tens are 20 and units are 3. Then we would multiply. So we start with 3 multiplied by 20. We know 2 times 3 is 6. Add the 0 would equal 60. 3 multiplied by 3 we know is 9. Now we need to find the total. I'm going to do this on the side. So 60 plus 9 would equal 69. So that would mean that 23 multiplied by 3 equals 69. Now we've got 5 multiplied by 43. Again, our single digit over here. And our double digit is split into tens and units. We have 40 and 3. Now we do 5 multiplied by 40. We know 5 times 4 is 20. Add the 0, it would be 200. 5 multiplied by 3, 15. So here again, we need the total. We've got two numbers. Let's put them together. 200 plus the 15 equals 215. So we know without using our formal algorithm and just using the area model strategy that 5 multiplied by 43 is 215. Now last example before you go and do it yourself. 72 multiplied by 4. Again, single digit goes to the side. The double digit is split. We've got 70 and 2. So 4 multiplied by the 7 would equal 28. Add the 0. I've got 280. Oh, I don't know what happened to my 2 here, so I'll do that again. Now we've got 4 multiplied by 2, which equals 8. Again, we've got two answers here. We need the 1, so we find the total. 280 plus by 8 would equal 288. Then we know without using our formal algorithm that 72 times by 4 using the area model we've worked out is 288. Now remember, you can refer to this video as many times as possible, watch my demonstration, use my examples to do your own working out on the next few slides. Remember, the second slide is optional. Complete as many questions as you can. And remember, I'm here to help if you need. Good luck. Hi guys, welcome to Maths for Wednesday. This strategy we're going to be doing today is very familiar to you. Well, the term doubling is very familiar. We're going to be using our knowledge of doubling to multiply by 2, 4s, or 8. And let's read the learning goal to see what I mean. Year 4. I can solve 2-digit by 1-digit multiplication using doubling and repeated doubling to multiply by 2, 4, and 8. Here is our example question. So 23 multiplied by 4 is double 23 and then double again, because we know that 2 double is 4. So 23 doubled, or times by 2, is 46. Now we've got that total. Now we've still got to double again to make it multiplied by 4. So we double 46, or times by 2, which is 92. So 23 multiplied by 4, using this strategy, we've solved it as 92 in total. We're going to complete this strategy together for 3 questions, and then you're going to have a go at answering them yourself. Okay, now let's practice some more together. Our first question is nice and simple. We've got 34 multiplied by 2. So even though the question looks a little bit terrifying, we know that multiplied by 2 just means doubling. And then we look at 34 and we go, oh, how am I going to double this? But when you break it down into tens and units, it becomes pretty straightforward. Now we do 34 doubled. So to show you and make you visualize what doubling means, it just means it's there twice. And if we look at the units column, we can see that 4 and 4 is 8, and that 3 and 3, or 30 and 30, would be 60. So 34 multiplied by 2, or doubled, is just 68. And doubling is easiest when you think of it when the number has double-digit number is split. Now we're going to have a go at 22 multiplied by 4. So here we're going to double 22. So 22, I'm going to use just D. So when I use D, you know I mean doubled. So 22 doubled is 44. Then we know it's multiplied by 4, so 44 doubled equals 88. So that means 22 multiplied by 4, using our double, then double again strategy, equals 88. And I forgot, sorry, up here, let's put in 34 doubled is 68. Now we're going to do 42 multiplied by 8. Here we're going to double, double, and then double again. 42 doubled would equal, so we look at the tens, we know it would double 4 is 8, double 2 is 4, so we would have 84. Then we would have 84, I'm just going to put it here because I'm running out of space. 84 doubled, so this would be 42 times by 4. 82 doubled is 168. And we know this because double 8 is 16, so it would be 160 over here. I'll just write that up. And then double 4 is 8. And 160 plus 8 together is 168 in total. Then we have 168 doubled would be 336. And the way I've gotten this, so this part's gotten a bit tricky. We do double 1, which is 2, double 6, which is 120. Oh, because, sorry, I forgot to explain this. 6 is actually 60 because it's in the tens column. So it would be 60 plus 60, which is 120. Or we would make it 12. But I'm just going to make it 200 and 120 to not confuse you. And then 8 doubled would be 16. So 200 plus 120 plus 6 in total is the 336. And that is how I got my answer. So there are lots of steps for these questions, especially when you get to multiplying by 8 when you're doubling. So be patient. Just know that it will take some time. Maths is not meant to be too quick all the time. And remember to show you're working out. I look forward to seeing your answers. Good luck. Hi guys, welcome to Thursday's lesson. This lesson is going to be a little bit similar to yesterday, but a little bit different, and I'll show you how. We're going to use our multiplication strategy of doubling in this lesson, but it's a little bit different. Let's read our learning goal. Year 4. I can solve 2-digit by 1-digit multiplication using the relationship between multiplication facts. The main fact that we're going to focus on today is our knowledge that 6 is double 3. For example, and you'll know what I mean when I read this example. So 41 multiplied by 6. We have this question. Looks huge, looks impossible, but it's not. Because we know that 3 and 6 have that relationship, we do our easier question. So we break 41 into 41 multiplied by 6 into 41 multiplied by 3. When we do this, it gives us an answer of 123. Then, because we know that 6 is actually double 3, all we're going to do now is double 123, or multiply it by 2. So we're breaking it down into 2 easier parts. So double 123 is 246. When we break these questions down and know those facts and those relationships in multiplication, things get a little bit easier. And we're not using our algorithms. Okay, now we're going to practice the strategy of using our number relationships and knowing that we can multiply by 3 and then double the answer to multiply it, to have the multiplication of 6 together. 23 multiplied by 6. Remember, our first step was to break this down into an easier question. So we're going to make it 23 multiplied by 3. We know, if we do our split strategy, 3 multiplied by the 2 is 6, because it's in the tens column, it's 60. We've got 3 multiplied by 3 equals 9. So the answer is 69. Then we're just going to double 69. Oops, sorry guys. So 69 doubled is, so we've got 6 multiplied by 2 or doubled is 120, and the 9 doubled is 18. 120 plus the 18 will give you a total of 138. If you need to solve these on paper and do the addition on a different paper on the paper as extra working out, that would be brilliant. I'd be very proud. So our total here, 23 multiplied by 6 is 138. Remember, the more working out we see, the better it is. 22 multiplied by 6. Again, step 1, multiply it by 3. So 22 times by 3. Let's use our split strategy. 3 multiplied by the 2 in the tens column is 6. So we've got 60. 3 multiplied by 2 again is 6. Our total is 66 here. We know once we've multiplied it by 3 and made it an easy question, we're now going to double that answer. So 66 double. And when we do our double, we're just multiplying this by 2. So we know 6 times by 2 is 120. Because it's in the tens column, it's 60. So adding the 0, then we've got the 6 in the units column. So 6 double, or 6 plus 6 is 12. 120 plus 12 is 132. There we go. Okay, so 22 multiplied by 6 is 132. Now we're getting a little bit close to the bottom, so I'm going to change the color of my pen to make it a bit clearer for you. Now 42 multiplied by 6. Again, our first step is to make it an easy question, so we're going to do 42 multiplied by 3. Again, split strategy. 3 by 4 is 12, or 120 because we're in the tens column. 3 times by 2, what is 6? Oops. My plus sign is starting to look a bit funny. So 120 plus the 6 is 126. Now we need to double this. So 126 doubled. We've got 100 times by 2 is 200, plus the 20 doubled, which is 40, and then we've got 6 doubled, which is 12. In total, 200 plus 40 is 240, plus the 12 is 252. So in total, we've worked out that 42 multiplied by 6 is 252. And we've done this, remember, we go and multiply the double digit number by 3, making it an easier question. Then we get that total and we use our double. Doubling is basically, well, it is times by 2. And there you will have your answer. Good luck. Remember to show your working out. Remember, we're not doing formal algorithms. We are just focusing on this strategy today. Complete as many questions as you can. Optional for slide number 2. And remember, we are here if you need any help. Thank you. Hi guys, today's multiplication strategy lesson is going to involve factors. We've done factors before. Just a reminder that a factor is when you work out the numbers that multiply together to get the number in question. Say for example, the factors of 8 would be 4 and 2 because 4 multiplied by 2 would equal 8, or 1 and 8. We've got factors of 6 Might be 2 and 3 or 1 and 6. We're going to use that knowledge now to complete these questions. So you must remember what factors are. Year 4. I can solve 2-digit by 1-digit multiplication by factorizing the larger number. That sounds crazy, but really all it means is that we're going to break down that double-digit number into easier numbers and then use our multiplication sums to work out the total. So for example, 18 multiplied by 5. We look at that and go, whoa. But really, if we look at 18 and we think of our multiplication facts, we know that 9 multiplied by 2 is 18. So we're going to break 18 down into 9 times 2. You might wonder why, and it's just the same thing. But we're just breaking it down into 2 easier numbers. So 9 times by 2, but we're not changing the 5, so we've got the 5 there as well. Now it's a bit easier. We could see a question that's really easy to answer and gives us an easier attempt. So 2 times by 5, we know it makes 10. Anything multiplied by 10, we're geniuses, it will be easy. So then we've got 9 times by 10, and in total it will equal 90. So now 18 times 5 does not look like a scary question. We're going to practice this now and then following on the next slide. So click on ahead and I'll see you there. Okay guys, now let's practice using our factors to work out our multiplication. So 12 multiplied by 4. I know it's a bit of an easier one, but remember we're just practicing the strategies. So 12 multiplied by 4. If we looked at this and thought, oh my goodness, don't know, you're going to go 12. We can make it into factors. So we know 12 is 4 times by 3. And then, oops, sorry, that's a funny looking 3. So 4 multiplied by 3, that is our 12. And then we're going to continue on with 4. Now we look at this and we think, okay, that's so much more easier. But did you know we can break it down even more? We can even use the factors in 4 to break it down. So we can make 4 into 2 times by 2. Now we've got the 3 and the other 4. So if you'd really want to, you could break the question down even more. So now we've got 3 times by 4. We're going to do this one first. So 3 times by 4 is 12. So now we've got 2 times 2 times 12. So here, now we've got 12 times by 2. We're going to mush that together, and 12 multiplied by 2 is 24. Now we've got 24 times by 2, which is basically like the strategies we've used on Wednesday and on Thursday, where we're doubling, or basically on Wednesday. So 24 times by 2 is 48. And there we go. So 12 multiplied by 4 equals 48. So we've used our factors to make the question a bit easier and broken it down. These are going to be great with the next one. Let's go. So 14 multiplied by 5. We're going to break down 14 into 7 and 2 because 7 times by 2 equals 14. And don't forget to multiply 5 as well. And now we've got an easier question. I'm going to do 7 multiplied by 5 together. We know 7 times 5 is 35. Now we've got 35 and we still haven't used times 2. So we're going to put that there. So 35 times by 2 is now just a double question. And we know 2 times by the 3 in the tens column is 60. 2 multiplied by the 5 is 10. 60 plus the 10 is 70. So there we go. 14 multiplied by 5 is 70. By using our knowledge of factors, we've now been able to make the question a lot easier and not used the formal algorithm. Our next question, 18 multiplied by 6. We're going to break it down into 9 times by 2 because 9 and 2 are factors of 18 and 6. Now you can break this down even further with the 6, but I'm going to leave it here. So we've got 9 multiplied by 6. We know 9 times 6 is 54. And then we've got the 2. So 54 multiplied by 2 is just double. We know the 2 double the 5 in the tens column. We've got 100 because it's 50. And then we've got the 4 in the units doubled is 8. 100 plus the 8 we know in total is 108. So our total, or our question, 18 multiplied by 6, when we break it down into these factors, becomes an easier question, and we know without using our formal algorithm, the answer is 108. I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope it's been clear. Remember, just like every other day, you've got the next 2 slides. Slide number 2 is optional. If you would like to continue and extend yourself, that is fine. Complete as many questions as you can. Have fun. Remember, I'm here if you need any help. And don't forget to show you're working out, guys. Have fun.